If there's one thing that we need to do as humans, that is making sure that whatever we have in front of us, we use it to the fullest advantage that we can. Whatever cards were dealt in front of us, we're gonna make sure that we need to bluff if it's not where we want it to be, or play strong if it's exactly what we needed. But no matter what we are dealt, we have to play with that hand we were dealt. Everything that we do is something that we need to make sure we do it to the fullest. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that part. You just need to make sure you do what you gotta do. Win to win. Play to win. We don't do this shit to be weak. We don't do this shit to be mid. We don't do this shit to be just okay. You wanna be the best, you gotta make sure you do that shit. Night in and night out, put in that work. That's something I need to get better at. I've been dealt some cards that I didn't play with, man. I let those cards sit on the table for too long, not knowing that they were gonna be better than what they were. You know what I mean? I was looking for a draw 4 with 5 draw 2s in my hand. I should have just played my hand how it was and made sure that if it came back to me, I was gonna be able to stack it up again. Now they throwing out those draw 4s and I don't even got one. I let it all slip, man. I gotta make sure I do what I can do. Take control first so that everything can come back around to me. Everything that I do will come back around, so it's not like I'm over here wasting time. I was still putting in some work. I was still doing my thing. I'm coming off of one of my hardest working years that I ever have. 2025 me was working day in, day out, every day, all the time. Nothing but putting in that work, man. So it's not like I'm losing anything that I've put in, and it's all still here. It's just like when I take a break, I need to make sure that I still stay active, still do my thing, because there's no other way around it, man. That's what makes people weak. They do some shit that's like taking their time off, and they start lacking, and they start losing themselves because they're just putting themselves in a place that they're not used to being in. And that's something I can't do, man. I just gotta make sure I take control of everything. So no matter what happens, wherever I'm at, whatever I'm given, I need to make sure I do my shit to the fullest. And it's more than just this track shit, bro. It's everything, man. You know what I mean? I got lucky because I was reached out to just recently by the school I want to go to. I already was in touch with the coach. He said he would love to have me on the team. I just assumed, you know what? There's about a week left before I got to get my classes signed up, because I already applied. But there's a week before I got to get my classes signed up, and it was just enough for me to make sure that I was gonna just work, or it was just enough for me to be like content with just working and making money rather than doing something I like to do, you know what I mean? And it's like, yeah, track is so stressful for me, and in the future I'm gonna say I hated this shit, because it's like either you love what you do or you what did I say before? Either you love the grind or you live the grind. And right now I'm living this shit, so it's not like I love this shit, but I love it because I'm doing it. It's not like I'm forcing myself to do this shit. And in the future, I'm gonna say, yeah, this shit was the worst, because it takes up all of my day, something I just have to do all the time. This is like a full-time job, putting in this work. So it's like, right now I'm just living this shit. I don't love it how much I used to, because I'm doing it the best that I can. And the best that I can is putting myself through all of this shit. So when it's all said and done, man, I know that I'll be good, man. And it's like, next time I compete, I'm gonna make sure I do it to the fullest, you know what I mean? I'm gonna make sure I do my best, because that's what I have to do, and that's where I was putting myself into that situation, so I'm gonna make sure I do my best. But if I come out and do weak, I can't be mad at myself, man, because that's just what happens. A little bit of lacking is enough to take over a body, and I don't want to do that. So at the end of the day, I'm just gonna have to come back harder and work harder every single time, because that's what my father told me. And every time that I make sure that I do better is a step in the best direction, because that's better than what I was before. I always want to be better than who I am, and my goal is always to have myself improve and for me to be better than where I was before. So it just takes time, a lot of working. I'm mad that, you know, it's not going how I wanted it to. But the only thing I can do now is just take control of it. It's a lot of shit that I need to do better. A lot of things that I need to do better, but it's still so much life left. And life isn't all about track and field, man. I could never get that mistaken, ever. It's never about track and field, honestly. It's just always something that I love to do, so I made sure to apply it to the things that I make sure I do in my day, you know what I mean? You always got time to do shit that you love, always got time to spend it with people you care about. There's always time to do things that you want to do, so it's not like I'm wasting my time doing shit that I don't want to do, you know? It's not like I'm putting in 8 hours working every single day, and then I'm doing nothing afterwards. I'm still doing shit that I want to, even though I have to sleep for 8 hours, work for 8 hours, and have 8 hours of free time. It's still enough for me to want to do some shit with my life. So while I'm taking them 8 hours of free time, I'm gonna make sure that I do my job, my real job. That 8 to 5 is not no job. That 8 to 4 is not a job. That 9 to 5 is not a job, you know what I mean? That's just something that you're spending your time doing. Make a career out of what you want to do. Don't be content with being in a weak place. Make sure that you use this as your one-up, man. Use your benefits. Take what you have and make sure you do it to the best you can, because in the future you're going to want to reference, or you're going to want to make sure that you have somebody that you can keep in contact with, and somebody that you can have connections with and all that good shit. So just make sure, and that's exactly it too. If you have those people that you can keep in contact with, then you know that you're able to one-up yourself, because it's all about who you know. Man, I was blessed with where I put myself, man. People still work where they're at, no matter where they're at. So the fact that I'm over here working and I'm still doing what I needed to, it just means that I stayed down, because I know there's better shit out there for me. No matter what you're given, make sure you take control of that shit, man. No matter what you're given, take control of that shit. No matter where your head is or what you're thinking about, take control of that shit. And the only way to do that is to make sure you do you first. That's it. It's that simple. Do you first. Let everything else come to you. Because you don't want to go back looking at yourself and being like, damn, I wish I would have done better. Don't ever go back on yourself. You only got one life to live. Do this shit to the fullest every time.